teacher, I understand that many parents haven't been taught phonics, and there are lots of different schemes out there, so at times it can be quite confusing. I often get asked about the different words and phrases we use in phonics and what they mean. I thought it would be a good idea to make a video to explain these words and phrases to improve your knowledge of phonics so you can help your child at home. One of the most common questions I get asked by parents is what is the difference between a letter and a sound? So to you and me, this is the letter B. That is its letter name as it appears in the alphabet. The sound this letter makes is B. So letter name B, sound B. When your child first starts phonics, we would expect them just to know the sounds. So we would refer to this as B. As your child gets more confident and their ability improves, we would expect them to know both. They still may use their sounds to help them spell words, so they may sound a word out, for example, bat, bat. But when we ask them, oh, how do you spell bat? We would expect them to be able to say B-A-T. So, letter or letter name, B, sound, B. A digraph is a sound that is made up of two letters. For example, the E and the A together make the E sound. This is the sound found in words such as heat and tea. Another example of a digraph is the ow sound. The O and the U together make an ow sound you'd find in words such as loud. Digraphs are sometimes referred to as special friends because the two letters together make the sound. A split digraph is when the two letters that make a sound are split apart by another letter. For example, the A and the E together make the A sound, but you'll find another letter in between. So for example, in a word such as date, you've got D-A-T, date, with the A and the E making the A sound. If you sounded them out without using them together, it would sound like this, D-A-T-E, data, which as you know is incorrect. So D-A-T, date. Another example of this is the I sound. You have the I and the E, which will be split apart by a letter to make the I sound. For example, in the word time, T-I-M, time. If you sounded them out without using them together, T-I-M-E, time, again, you know is incorrect. So T-I-M, time. Split digraphs are sometimes referred to as a friend on the end because the friends that were together, one of them has moved to the end, or they can also be referred to as chatty friends as they have been moved apart, which as you know, sometimes happens in the classroom. A trigraph is a sound that is made up of three letters. For example, the A, I and R together make the air sound. This is the sound you'd find in words such as fair and hair. Another example of a trigraph is the I sound. So the I, G and H together make the I sound. And this is the sound you find in words such as high or night. Again, trigraphs can sometimes be referred to as special friends, as it's the three letters together that make the sound. Blending is when you combine the sounds together to make a word. So, for example, in the word sit, the sounds s, it blend together to make the word sit. And in the word dog, the sounds d or g blend together to make the word dog. Decoding is the opposite of blending. It's the skill of looking at a word and breaking it down into the sounds that it's made of. So if a child looked at the word nap, we would want them to decode it and break it down into n, a, p. If the child was new to phonics and reading, we'd expect them to sound it out, which is saying each sound out loud, or a more able reader would decode it in their head. CVC words, I think, often sound far more confusing than they really are. C stands for consonant, V stands for vowel. So a CVC word would go consonant, vowel, consonant. For example, sun, consonant, vowel, consonant. You may also hear of a CVCC word, for example, tent, CVCC, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, or you may hear of a CCVC word, which is consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant. Alien words, or pseudo words as they're often known, are made up words that we use to check that the children are using their decoding and blending skills correctly instead of just word reading. An example of an alien word is just, so we would expect the child to decode the word to j-us, blend it together, just. Another example of this is the word mub, so we'd expect them to decode it, b, and blend it to mub. In England, in Year 1, the children will sit a phonics screening check in which they'll be asked to read alien words to demonstrate their phonics skills. Thank you for watching. I hope you found that helpful. If you have any more questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Bye!